Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. I really do. All the people that come back and they watch my channels, and those of you that subscribe and like and share, and I've got wonderful channel members who are really conversing back and forth with me. I think it's great. So thank you everybody who is here. And if you haven't already done a like and subscribe, then you might as well go ahead and do that. It is another sock day. I know I have been bogged down on socks. Well, actually, I don't think I've really been bogged down. I think that this year I'm doing really good with the whole to the toes. Yeah, that's my hashtag, to the toes. But anything feet thing, I'm really working on it this year, trying really hard to get things done and to not wait until the last minute, which is typically what I do. You know what's really kind of funny is I think the last couple of years, I didn't really start ramping up my sock making until about July. End of June, maybe casting on everything in July. And the reason being is I procrastinate. I mean, we all do our thing, right? And I'll procrastinate on the socks and trying to get 10 pair of socks done by Christmas to give away to my family. It's not a last minute thing. Socks are big projects. Some people whip through them fast. I mean, they are just like lightning. I can go through them, right? But I don't think I'm like lightning speed, right? We all have different speeds, but I get there. And so working on all of those things, by the time Christmas comes, and sometimes I'll actually do some of them all the way up to the end of the year, but by the time that comes, by the time the New Year's comes, I don't want to touch anything sock related, anything foot related. I'm like, no, And it takes me multiple months to go, okay, I can pick them back up. I'm going to work on them. And the fact that I've got close to half of them done, maybe right now by, here it is, end of June. What do I have? I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 5 pair. 1, 2. Yes, I have 5 pair sitting here right now. I've made more. I already gave a pair away to my daughter-in-law before she had baby Noah, our 6th grandchild. So I don't get to count those towards my 10 because I don't have them. So if I give any away early, they don't count. I mean, obviously I made them, but that doesn't help for choices at Christmas time is what I'm getting at. And true to just like children, my children do it, grandchildren do it, hubby does it, right? If you give the gift early and say, hey, remember, I'm going to give this to you now, 6 months early. It's your Christmas present. Don't come looking around for a Christmas present at Christmas time. That's not going to fly. I'm going to tell you that if you are a young parent, this is your first time negotiating with children, mini terrorists, right? If this is your first time negotiating, no. You can say that promise. You can tell them that. No, they are going to be disappointed. That day, they still want their thing. So I can't give them to the family early because once Christmas comes, I can give them to them. I just have to have another pair ready because once Christmas comes, they want their Christmas socks. And Christmas socks aren't necessarily Christmas colors or sparkly, although I do like doing that and they like receiving those. They are just a pair of socks, and I have fun with my colors. I really do. I am working. Yeah, here's see, look, this is my Christmas bag that's holding my Christmas socks. I told you I am all in theme. I have got the theme going on, and I have 2 pair of socks I'm working on right now, which reminds me, I've got a 3rd. Okay, I've got more partials around the place that I've, like not touched on in years. I just haven't ripped them out. Anyway, working on my socks, trying to get these done. And I will let you guys know, I believe it was Kay, had commented that, yeah, you guys think that I really have been doing toe socks for my husband every year since having the channel. Look at this. This is what I mean by toe socks. If you're new and you've never heard of it before, toe socks, toppy socks, flip-flop socks, right? Ninja shoes, right? There you go. I don't have my ends woven in yet. I will do that once I have both socks done, have a good try on, and then I'll weave in all the ends. He has tried this one on. He does like it, but I'm going to make sure I get both of them perfect before I do that. Because if I have to make any adjustments, I don't want to have woven in the ends, then find out I need an adjustment. That's enough to make you just go nuts. So here is his sock. This is sock number 1. and I've got to make number 2. We know that. So there's sock number 1. I did start number 2. Look at this. This is the yarn. This, oh my gosh, so pretty. This is Blackbird Sycamore yarn. The colorway is Blood of My Enemies. I'm telling you, I don't know who you are. I mean, I don't know who you are. I don't care who you are. If you are making some stuff, man, colorways, names make a huge difference too. It's just something about, if it's a fun, quirky name or what have you, you just smile a little bit more when you're making a project. Now this, Blood of My Enemies, and I'm making socks. It would, to me personally, if I were making a beautiful hat or fingerless mitts or a nice, very handsome scarf, I mean, look at that color. That would be amazing in any type of accessory, right? Or if you really wanted to do a bunch of it, turn it into a sweater. I've done fingering weight sweaters. It's crazy. But it's something more in socks because you're walking on the I'm walking on the blood of my enemies. You know, you gotta get the Klingon in there, right? You know, get that guttural stuff and everything talking like Klingon. You got the blood of the enemies. That to me cracks me up every time. So this just thrills me to no ends, and it's really the color name on that one. The color's gorgeous. And here is sock number 2. Look at that. Do you see how much progress this is? Do we see? Do we, here, let me stabby. Do we see? Look at this. I mean, I passed the heel. See that? That's the heel. I turned it. I am here. And yes, look, that is the end of my gusset right there. I am on the straightaway. I am on the straight. It's over half done. This is the second sock. It is over half done. That to me is amazing. I am pushing hard. I am really pushing, especially since some of you with very long memories have confirmed, and hubby did read the comment, and he was like, haha, vindicated. He has this thing that I have been doing toe socks for him annually for at least quite a few years. And he went into his sock drawer. Do you want to see what he found? I'm going to go get it. Just I'm going to show you what he found. So I found, or I didn't find these. He's like, oh no, you've been making socks. I know I showed a picture of this one before, but this was way before I started the channel on this. Look at those. Aren't those gorgeous? But he's got his little toe socks, and he's so thrilled. And he's like, see, told you, you've been making them for me. How else would I have such a nice collection of beautiful toe socks? Now this one, I remember I finished on the first of this year, 2025, January 1st. I had other socks for him in the sock bin that he could pick, but he didn't want those. He wanted the ones on the needle, this, and he wanted them toe socks. So that's why he's like, I'll wait, I want them. So his were first of the year. But it's not like he was left out. I did have some for him to choose in the sock box, but no, that's not what he wanted. And then these little black, these little darker colored ones, these are older. I know these are a lot older, but he's got his little toe socks, and he would wear these with his Tabi shoes and everything, his ninja shoes. But there we have it. Because I asked him if he wanted shorter ones. He said, they don't have to be too long. He does like them longer than this, but there you have it. I mean, isn't that pretty? And I mean, is this not love? Look at the color. Do we like working with like the dark grays, dark blacks? I mean, they're gorgeous, they're beautiful, but ooh, socks on top of it. Tiny little stitches, really, really dark colors. And he's also saying to me that, yeah, these are the ones that I could find. I know that he thinks he gave me a pair earlier in the year that have a hole in the heel. So he says they're somewhere in here and I have to darn them. He might be right. I just gonna throw that out there. He might be right. So these are what he has found in his sock bin collection. He's like, see, told you, I have a collection you've been making for a while. I still won't believe him. But anyway. So there we have it. That is my pair of socks that I am working on in Blood of My Enemies. And that is cracking me up. And this has gone fast. This has gone super fast. I am on the straightaway, and yes, that's exciting. So they'll be done soon, right? Soon, right? Yeah, our anniversary is coming up. Yeah, so there we go. So we got that. And then another pair of socks that I'm working on. Gosh, I got so excited with that stripe. Look at this. Oh, this is that Darn Good Yarns right here. Is there a seam there? No. That's the Darn Good Yarns right here. And it was one of those little kits. Do I have my little kit right here? Do I have it right here? No, where did I put the little kit at? Well, I have another one. I had 2 of those little tiny kits with the 30-gram balls in it. 30 grams. I used all of it. When I commented on that of, If I paid $30 for one of those kits, because that's what it said, that's what the box said. Now, nobody's commented down below, so none of you either have had those before or saw those on the Darn Good website or anything like that. It was their Sock of the Month Club, and it said the manufacturer's price on the box was $30, and it contained 2 30-gram balls of yarn, already caked up, ready to go. And I commented, that's not a lot of yarn. That's it right there. Now, I used my own black for the cuff, heel, and toe. This will fit my son, size 13 feet. So yeah, that is a big size, but you can see that's the color. I used all of it. Right here is what I have left. And that is just going into the next color. And the reason I didn't put that little bit in is these are 2 skeins of yarn that are like wound pretty much identical. And what I didn't want was to use up every last little bit. One of them had just a tad bit more yarn than the other. I can't remember which one it was. To use it up and everything and then be 1 or 2 rounds short on the other sock. So there we have it. So I went all the way to the end of that green, a couple stitches of this tan color, but that's using all of it. That is every bit of that. That is just absolutely crazy. They will match. Now, the smart thing would have been to finish a pair of socks. I mean, was I at the heel flap last time we talked about on this one? I think so. I think I was at the heel, right? And instead of just finishing that one, right? I finished this like, I could have had a pair of socks. That's what I'm trying to say. Is look, see, I could have had a pair of socks. I didn't have to switch. So I have this, yeah, I didn't have to, because as cute as these are, that is not a pair. It's just not. It's not a pair of socks. But it's really cool. So where did that other, oh, there's the little box. Here's the little box that I was talking about. Here it is. I got this. It says $6, but I got 2 of them at the thrift store. They charged me $4 for both, each, not both, but each, $4 each. And these little balls, look at it. And it's really pretty. So this is another colorway and it's a full stripe. So both of them are the same and it'll make a beautiful stripe. I like the yarn. I have no complaints on the yarn at all. It is very pretty. It worked up wonderfully. The only thing is if I really did pay $30 for this, I would be a little grumpy because I had to add my own toe, cuff, and heels. And that wasn't just because I wanted it to look pretty. Otherwise, it would have been like a no-show sock for my son, right? That's okay. If you're paying $30 for a sock kit, because that's what it says on it, 2 30-gram balls, 130 yards per ball, 130 yards per ball. That is not enough to make the pair of socks. I mean, that's just absolutely crazy. So it's a #1. That's what it says. So it's a fingering weight yarn, just like my fingering weight yarn here, right? This is 430 yards, something like that for, the 100 grams. That is my only complaint on this. So if you have any of these in your stash and you haven't gotten around to using them, know that you're gonna make smaller socks if you're just gonna use this. It's not gonna be a big pair of socks, a long pair of socks, or it's a beautiful stripe. Pick a color, any color that maybe goes with it, maybe doesn't have to, and do contrasting toe, cuff, and heels, and then you can make that quite a bit longer. So this would be, if I wanted to, as my sock, I can generally get away with around 64 stitches on mine for the smaller feet in the house. This is 72 stitches. So in a 64-inch sock, 64-stitch sock, you're going to be able to make it longer, a longer tube, and it would be able to do longer. But yeah, that's the only complaint. Gorgeous yarn, absolutely wonderful. This is a 75% extra fine superwash merino, 25% nylon. I am looking forward to doing this one and figuring out which color I'm going to do with the contrasting, just like I did on that one. I've got lots of different colors, so we'll see. We'll see what I end up doing. This one I think is fantastic with the black. I think my son's going to really, really like that. And no complaints with the yarn. If I paid 30 bucks, I'd feel pretty gypped on just the amount of yarn, right? Just the actual amount. That is it. It's like, please, sir, could I have another ball? Could I have a few more stripes? That would be fantastic. Please, could I have some more? And that's the only thing on that one. But I'm stoked. I am stoked. If I didn't bounce so much, I would have had hubby's socks done. I would have. I mean, look, this was here, right? I was at the heel. So I did all of this, right? And I did all of that other sock. I could have done it. I did all of the other sock too. So if I would have just stuck with one, I would have had a pair. So this is what I did this week. All of this and half of this. So I definitely would have had a pair. Definitely would have had a complete and total pair of socks. But I kind of like it this way. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be a little mini sock explosion. Yeah. It's going to be 2 pairs done going, ooh, look, 2 more pair. How cool is that? So having fun with all my stuff. Thrilled that it is the end of June. And I currently have 5 pair of socks finished. Okay, I can only count 4 of them though. You're like, why can you only count 4? Well, I actually did 6 pair of socks. I did 6 pair, gave 1 away, so can't count that. And the reason I'm saying I can only count 4 is I do have this. I dropped the other one. I have this one. And this is the Pomonymous sock. Look how pretty that is. That is so pretty. And this sock took me 19 years to finish. No, I was not working on it constantly. It was in a Ziploc bag with no needles and all the yarn for over a decade. Over a decade. So I've been going through some of my older projects, and lo and behold, I found a 19-year-old pair of socks. I had 1 sock was done and the other one was this far done with no needles in it, just that far, and finished that. So on that one, those have to go to me. I'd still like to have, now, do I kind of miss the 10th? Maybe. Depends on how close I get at the end of the year. So on that, they are going to me. It is a finished pair, but I mean, I have 4 pair that I can currently give away is what I'm getting at. 4 new pair. Yeah. Yeah. I gotta kind of hold on to them a little bit. Yeah. Most of the time, I don't have a problem with that. Everyone knows they take a long time. They may see me working on them throughout the year, but then at the end of the year, they pick the ones that they like and the ones that fit them. That's the rule. So there's no issues with that. But, you know, having already given a pair away and claiming this green pair, it's like, oh, that kind of dwindles it down. So now I'm at 4 pair for giving away and 6 pair more pair to go. And I don't know, it's sock math. It's sock math doesn't make sense. Sock math does not make sense. It just does not. That's okay. I'm still playing with my yarn, and with that Darn Good yarn feels amazing. And I got really excited with the stripes because that's a motivational factor. I'm like, oh, look, I got 3 of that light, and then I go to a different color, and then I changed. I'm glad I changed when I did because I used all of that yarn, and then 3 of the blue, and then I'm into a transition color, and then here, look at that. I mean, it was an exciting thing. It's like there was only like 4, in some cases 5 rounds of a color, and you're switching colors, and it's very motivational. It's like, oh, next color, next color, next color. And then I had a sock. Yeah, then I had a sock, and it's just that tiny little ball. That's it. You know, it was motivational. Yep. So totally thrilled. 2 completely different socks. Fell in love with both of them for completely different reasons. Absolutely a blast. And how are you coming on your feet things? Are you making slippers, socks, booties, anything like that? And bless you people who make booties. I'm telling you, they are the cutest things ever. But I'd rather make a pair of socks. And I say that, yeah, I don't really make children's socks. Well, I do, but I don't give them away to the grandkids every year at Christmas like I do to the adults, because the family's growing. Have we noticed? The family's growing. That's a blessing. I don't want to make socks only, right? I like other things. I don't want to be in that commitment that's, Nana just makes socks all year long. That's all she does is make socks all year long, because we have been a prolific family and we have grown. And I'm not complaining about that. That is such an amazing blessing that our family is growing. Well, anyway, I'm going to end at that high note because that to me is exciting. Oh, wait. I have some Happy Mail that I got, and I ordered it. Okay, I admit it. I bought it. It's happy. It makes me happy. It came in the mail, and it's going to make me happy. Yes. I bought stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and show that, I believe, tomorrow. So you're going to want to see that one too. With that, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You guys have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be. And I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.